Well, my story is my grandfather's. I had a grandfather whom I loved, who happened to be my good friend. Actually, he was my mentor. The guy, I loved him so much that most of the times that I was with him, I tried actually to feel more comfortable than probably the comfort that I had with my own parents. Of course, he used to tell me majority of things, a number of things, about managing finances, about how different things actually to handle life. He was giving me his life expenses, but he never told me something about managing or handling proper handling of their health. So he happened to succumb to a medical condition. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer in his later life. He was 87 by the time he died, but before that he was attacked with this condition. And then I never had an idea. I hadn't joined medical school yet, and I was just seeing things so strange to me. He was taken to hospital, and now he was under palliative care. Then I wasn't so familiar with palliative care and how things go on like that. So palliative care became quite more expensive depending on the things that they wanted at hospital and where he was being managed from. It was really so hard for him, and everyone was just they tried to help him in different ways on how they could manage the family, everything. And reach a moment, since they hadn't planned the things prior, reach a moment when everything was hard, so the family decided to bring back him at home and probably maybe die from there. Other members of the family, because it was a huge family, of course, just like any African man, then they had a number of children, they had many wives like that. So each family, each wife decided to chose to do their own things. So the other part of the family was proposing probably they could go back home, and then the other was opposing they shouldn't go back home, they should remain in hospital. And then the other part, or they went to three parts, and then the other part was okay with it, and so they just decided on to taking him back home to die from there. But I felt it was really so hurting, just because they never knew what to do. Probably he never knew what to do. He had a lot of knowledge about managing finances, managing what, and everything that he had made into his life before he even died. It was about 60% gone, so only 40% was remaining. And I learned a very huge lesson that forced me into learning about the personal healthcare finance management, and here I am to share with you everything that I know about this topic.